Mark Zuckerberg is building a wall, but not the wall that posts, the wall that you see in your Facebook feed. This is a wall that his Hawaiian neighbors are not happy about.
Did you know that according to news sources, 15 billionaires have started building massive underground bunkers just recently? Before we get into today's video, I did want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you got to get outside. It has still been freezing here in Florida. It is bonkers to me. I mean, we've had some cold stints before, but nothing like this. I'm just hoping that it kills all the mosquitoes so next year we don't have a really bad bug year. But anyways, I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. So I'm excited to do this video because I really like digging into stuff like this. And when I heard that Mark Zuckerberg was building allegedly, let me just throw this out here real quick. All this video is alleged. I pull my information from very, very, very public news sources. I don't know any of these people. I'm not a professional. Go do your own research, form your own opinions. But when I heard that Mark Zuckerberg was investing about $250 million in an underground bunker, my ears perked up. And then as I began to dig into it, I found out more. So we're going to talk about that today. Before we get into it though, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon is for 18 and up. Over there, we just talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. And I have a $2 tier where all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies, that goes over on my Patreon. And make sure you guys read the About section and what each tier offers before you join. I also am on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and I'm on Like to Know It now. And on Like to Know It is where you can find links to my favorite items, clothing, shoes, workout gear, stuff like that. That's linked into my Like to Know It. That is linked in my Like to Know It. And all of those are linked down in the description box if you want to come and check me out. So let's start by talking about Mark Zuckerberg, who I am going to call Zuckerberg most of the time, because if I say Mark, who is Mark? It's Zuckerberg to all of us. Okay, so now according to Wikipedia, Mark Zuckerberg is an American businessman and a philanthropist. He co-founded the social media platform Facebook with his Harvard roommates back in 2004 and its parent company, Meta, that he is the executive chairman and he's a controlling shareholder of it. Now, back in 2004, when Zuckerberg launched Facebook, it was originally only available at select college campuses. However, it quickly blew up everywhere and expanded to over 1 billion users by 2012. And I just do not think that these college students by any means could have foreseen what this Facebook would have accomplished. And by 2007, Zuckerberg was the world's youngest self-made billionaire at that time. In 2016, Zuckerberg was ranked number 10 on the Forbes list of the world's most powerful people. Not just the richest person, but number 10 on the world's most powerful people. Yes. And the Forbes 400 list of richest Americans in 2023, Zuckerberg was number 8 with a personal wealth of $106 billion. This is just what we know. Okay. This was 2023, last year, as of me filming this, at $106 billion. And as of February of this year, not even a year later, Zuckerberg's net worth, according to what we allegedly know, is now estimated at $167 billion, now making him the 4th richest person in the world. So I have my my thoughts about the richest people in the world, and I definitely don't think they are on a list of 1 to 10 on Google. But as of what we're talking about, and we know here, just according to this information, Zuckerberg went from last year, 2023, being the 8th richest person to now the 4th in less than a year. He went from 8 to 4 in less than a year. Now, Zuckerberg's prominence in the technology industry has prompted a lot of political and legal attention over the years, and the founding of Facebook got Zuckerberg in multiple lawsuits regarding the creation and ownership of the website, as well as issues of users' privacy. 6 days after the website launched, 3 Harvard seniors named Cameron, Tyler, and Diva accused Zuckerberg of intentionally misleading them into believing that he would help them build a social network called HarvardConnections.com when he was actually allegedly just using their ideas to build a competing product, Facebook. The 3 seniors complained to Harvard's newspaper, so the newspaper began the investigation, and then this is when Zuckerberg allegedly tried to convince the editors not to run the story about it. He also allegedly broke into 2 of the editors' emails accounts with private information that he got from their Facebook accounts. Now, the 3 ended up filing a lawsuit against Zuckerberg that resulted in a settlement. And the agreed settlement was for 1.2 million Facebook shares and 20 million in cash. This is just one lawsuit of many that Zuckerberg has been involved in. And you guys, when you really think about that, it kind of gives me chills just thinking about it. Because, and I'm going to say allegedly out here, allegedly, if Zuckerberg was doing these types of things way back in his college days, I don't know. You know what I mean? Just kind of seems like, oof. In 2018, Zuckerberg testified before the United States Senate Committee regarding the use of personal data by Facebook. And in 2021, Zuckerberg testified before the House Energy and Commerce Committee regarding Facebook's role in the spread of misinformation. In a current lawsuit, court documents allege that Zuckerberg's personally rejected Meta's proposals to improve teenagers' mental health. They say that he consistently fought against efforts to enhance well-being on Facebook and Instagram. Let me say that again. They say that he consistently fought against efforts to enhance well-being on Facebook and Instagram. Internal communications that was said in this lawsuit allegedly show Zuckerberg's resistance to better protect over 30 million teens on Instagram in the US, highlighting his influence on Meta's decisions that impacted billions of these users. These documents also shed light on occasional tensions between Zuckerberg and other Meta officials advocating for improved user well-being. So according to these people that are in this suit, they have tried and fought and professionally argued and tried to improve certain aspects of Facebook and Instagram, especially revolving around teens and mental health. And according to them, Zuckerberg has fought back and refused. That brings us to the video topic. Recently, it has come out that Zuckerberg and his wife had planned to build a 5,000 square foot underground shelter at his Hawaii ranch with its own energy and food supplies. It's been reported that Zuckerberg has spent almost a decade buying up land on the island for construction. Mind you guys, a 5,000 square foot underground bunker. Y'all live in a 5,000 square foot house above the ground? I don't. But this is 5,000 square foot under the ground. And allegedly in the plans, the shelter's door is made out of metal and filled in with concrete, making it seemingly blast resistant, which, I mean, it is common for things like bunkers and bomb shelters. Now, this bunker is just one part of the huge 1,400 acre compound on the island of Kauai. The planning documents that were obtained by the media show the partially complete compound is supposed to include more than a dozen buildings with at least 30 bedrooms and 30 bathrooms. It also includes 2 standalone mansions, like 2 totally different standalone mansions that are going to be connected, both of them, to tunnels that run to this 5,000 square foot bunker underground. Also in the plans, and this part actually seems pretty cool, not gonna lie, that there's gonna be 11 different tree houses, okay? And they're gonna have rope bridges that connect to each other. There is a fitness center, multiple pools, multiple saunas, hot tubs, a tennis court, guest houses, and operation buildings. These plans also reportedly show that there will be an escape hatch that can be accessed via a ladder, and that there will be cameras literally everywhere, especially in the operations buildings, where it is said that they have plans for over 20 cameras. So you guys, just in the operations building, mind you, and if there's a World War III or if there's any kind of thing like that, I hate to tell you, but people ain't coming to work, right? But just in the operations building, there's over 20 cameras. Many of the compound doors are planned to be keypad operated and soundproof. The compound is supposed to be completely like self-sufficient. It's going to have its own water tank that is supposedly 55 feet wide, the water tank, and 18 feet tall, and completely equipped with its own pump system. Now, it's not been made very clear in the planning documents what the intent of all of this is, or what the intent of this 5,000 square foot underground bunker is for. Now, when asked about it, a spokesperson for Zuckerberg and his wife said that the island of Kauai encourages homeowners to build shelters. And it is true that the country started offering residents a tax break for building hurricane-resistant safe rooms about 2 decades ago. But I think that it's safe to say that it's possible there's more to the intentions than just that. So what are their intentions? Well, another spokesperson said that Zuckerberg and his wife value spending time with their family at this ranch and in the local community, and that they are committed to preserving the ranch's natural beauty. And apparently, according to this spokesperson, 80 luxury homes were supposed to be built on this property before Zuckerberg bought it. So the spokesperson made sure to mention that Zuckerberg and his wife are only developing less than 1% of the land and leaving the rest for farming, ranching, conservation, open spaces, and wildlife. So, you know, that philanthropy work, it's just all about the good deeds. Now, while all of this sounds wonderful, and it is definitely very interesting that they're choosing to build something that sounds like it could be fully self-sustaining, like in any kind of situation, especially if something catastrophic happened to the world and it was no longer inhabitable. But why not just build like a regular old mansion or some kind of commercial facility that could generate Zuckerberg even more money, or maybe do something super beneficial for the locals there? Is it because he knows something is coming? That is the main question that people are asking. What does Zuckerberg know? A lot of people think he knows something because, like I said at the beginning of this video, back in 2016, Forbes said that he was the 10th most powerful man in the world. So if anybody knows anything, probably the top 10 most powerful people in the world. I mean, I don't know. But especially because this building is definitely not cheap. All of this that he's built, it's not like he spent a couple $1,000,000, which is obviously chump change for Zuckerberg, right? Just, I'll throw $5 million at it. I mean, it is estimated to cost over $270 million, and it looks like this is going to be the largest private personal construction project in human history. We're talking about over $250 million. This isn't no, I'm going to go into riding four-wheelers on the weekend type of project. This is huge. Another little interesting tidbit, which I'm sure is standard practice, is that construction workers and other, people working on this property were made to sign NDAs, which is non-disclosure agreements, and multiple workers claimed that they saw or heard about other workers being removed from the project because they posted about it on social media. When the media asked the spokesperson about this, no answer was given, which the NDA thing, again, it's just not surprising at all. I mean, if I was building something, secret or on my property or whatever, I would not want people that work there to go out and tell everybody about it. But allegedly, there's been people removed from the job because they did just that. And obviously, somebody said something because we know about it. It is also said that different construction workers within the work site are assigned to separate projects, and workers are forbidden from speaking with each other about their crew work. So if I'm working on the bunker and that crew's working on the treehouse, they're not allowed to communicate with each other about what's going on. Another former worker said that he was told that a member of his company was fired for allegedly sharing a picture of the project on Snapchat. Now, back in 2015, Zuckerberg announced that he would be giving away the bulk of his wealth during his lifetime. One of the main goals he wrote in the public letter to his daughter was promoting equality. Now, it's very interesting that a man that wants to promote global equality is building an underground shelter that could, in theory, seal him and the people of his choosing off from the world during what could someday be an apocalypse. Or, of course, a place for him and his family, friends, loved ones, or whatever to hide after his social media platform, combined with the government's political agenda, completely divides and destroys this country, and he and his elitists don't want to be a part of it anymore, so they'll just build their own community. I mean, I don't know, that's probably just far out their thought. But then again, who wouldn't want to build that type of thing, I guess, if you were in Zuckerberg's position and you had all of that money? And it is reported that Zuckerberg and his wife's charity has given more than $20 million to several nonprofits in the area since 2018. And Zuckerberg, he's not the only one spending millions on what appears to be a way out of it if the world ends. Jeff Bezos spent $147 million when he bought 2 mansions on the Indian Creek Island here in Florida. The smaller Hawaiian island of Lanai, which is off of the coast of Maui, is now almost completely owned by billionaire Larry Ellison. In New Zealand, which is definitely considered to be an ideal place to wait out the apocalypse, is now full of bunkers for tech elitists. So what's really going on? Do y'all think they know something that we don't know? I mean, we can all feel the tension, right? Something's rising, feels like something's coming, don't know what it is. Hopefully it is going to be peace and love for all. But right now, things are very weird. And they seem to be getting weirder. And like I said earlier, I don't know. If I could build a couple tree houses on my property that had rope things go into each other or rope bridges, that would be so cool, especially because I have boys. That would really be cool. But I don't know. Things are really, really weird, you guys. And a lot of people believe that these are the signs of the end times. Let me just read you guys a scripture from Revelation. So Revelation 6:15 says, "Then the kings of the earth, the princes, the generals, the rich, the mighty, and every slave and every free man hid in caves and among the rocks of the mountains. They called to the mountains and the rocks, 'Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb.'" A lot of people believe that these billionaires building these giant bunkers is a sign of people thinking that they're going to be able to hide. I don't know. What do you guys think? I definitely don't think having a bunker is a bad thing. I think it's kind of cool, even if you turned it into like a hangout cave, a place to store stuff. I don't think it's a bad idea to be prepared at all. If you got the means to do it, and you can do it. However, I do think it's interesting that in this time, especially like I said earlier, when an owner of social media platforms that has been used a lot, especially recently, to fuel tensions, is building such a ginormous compound, 1,400 acres, to hide from something. Do y'all know about the text message that people in Hawaii got back in 2018? We're talking about just 6 years ago. Okay, everybody's on the island, the beautiful island of Hawaii, either working, going on about their daily lives, and they get a text message, kind of like an Amber Alert. Phone starts beeping, it goes off, and it says, emergency alert. Ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. Now, I watched so many interviews of the people there. I cannot imagine how terrified they were. A lot of these interviews, these people were saying like, what do you, like, seek shelter. Everybody believed that there was a nuclear bomb on the way there. Like, and what are they going to do? They felt like they had 20 minutes. There were people that were putting their children in holes and they didn't know what to do. And then there were some people that got their lawn chairs and just sat out front because they're like, how do we hide from this? It wasn't a drill, but it ended up being a mistake, but it terrified the people there. That is so scary to think about. That happen. You just get a text message like, seek shelter. What? They didn't have shelters for that type of thing. That text message went out to them at 8:07 a.m. At 8:45 a.m., 38 minutes later of pure panic, probably saying goodbye to their family, their friends, making phone calls. I mean, they're on an island. What are they doing? What do they do? They got a text message that says, there is no missile threat or danger to the state of Hawaii. Repeat, false alarm. Terrifying. But if they ever get a text message like that, we know who's definitely got somewhere to take shelter. What do y'all think? Do you think that he's building it just because he has so much money and why not? Which could be a reason. Or do you think that he knows something that we don't know? Do you think he's preparing for civil unrest when whatever, the crap hits the fan? Or do you think it's something more than that? Y'all let me know what you think down below. I cannot wait to read y'all's comments on this. Love you guys. Thank y'all for being here, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.